Good morning, YouTube. Thanks for tuning back into the channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit of me running around. I've got to get a few different things, and figured today would be a good time to do it. So, as I mentioned before, the Harbor Freight engine stand that I purchased was missing the front wheel, and I never went back to get another one because the day I called, they hadn't unloaded the truck yet. So for that point, I'm going to Harbor Freight. They've also got a deal on the little portable compressor. In a previous video, I was telling you guys how my compressor that's in the trailer pulls too many amps on 120 volts, and my generator cuts off. So that didn't work very well at the track last time, and for $39, I figure I can get one of these little 3-gallon pancake style compressors, and if it works for a year, 2 months, it's well worth 40 bucks. Plus it's a lot easier to get around with different other items at the track rather than that bigger one. So we're going to get one of those. I need a snap ring set of pliers to be able to put the side wheels on the back of the actual engine stand. So we'll get all those little pieces, and I'll find something else. You always run across something whenever you're in Harbor Freight. But with that being the case, let's go ahead and roll the intro and get started, and I'll pick you guys up on the way to Harbor Freight. Today. Yesterday I dropped off the transmission at Infamous Motorsports with Ricky. Expecting a phone call or a message today to let me know what the insides of it look like. If it's a green light go, then we're going to put an M factory diff inside of it. It's a GSR gear ratio, so 4.4 final drive, and we're going to mate that to the EK hatch along with an ACT twin disc. So a lot of good stuff there. Unfortunately, it's not something I look forward to, and I'm the one doing the labor. So in hopes today, we're going to probably go ahead and make a call to HPT Auto Sports and see if they've got a B20 in stock. If they've got one in stock, we'll go ahead and head up there and grab it. Once I get the hatch tore down and put back together, I'm going to have a comp stage 4 clutch that we're going to use in the EG hatch on this B20. We're also going to put the LS trans that has that phantom grip in it on the B20. Ultimately, it'll just be like a naturally aspirated little B20, and have a little fun with it. So I'm on my way to Harbor Freight. We'll pick up the video whenever we get there.
So we made it to Harbor Freight. I picked up a hot dog style compressor. Never heard of a hot dog before, but I got the wheel, so wheel's good to go. We'll get that put on. It's going to be a little interesting task in itself because the engine's still on the stand. Got some other gloves and stuff. So I did make a phone call to HPT, and it looks like that there's limited help or limited employees on weekends. So with that being the case, you've got to load it yourself. So JDM B20B, the high comp, which it's not really a lot more compression, but it's going to do just fine. The main key part here is it's got to have a low rise intake manifold. This one does. 500 bucks picked up. Basically exactly what we need. I just need help putting it in. So put a post down on Facebook, see if anybody's willing to ride over and help me load it up. It's about an hour-and-a-half trip one way. So we'll pause this video for a little bit and go ahead and grab something to eat, and then in return see if anybody's willing to ride out. If so, we'll head to Arden and pick up a motor. So stay tuned. Look at that pretty trailer and that little bitty turtle. Okie dokie, boys and girls. So I've made it back to the house. The plan was that after I got back from HPT, I needed to unload the EK so I could pull the lower control arms and the transmission and get all that stuff ready, right? So I think if I can't get anyone to go help me load the engine and put it in the back of my truck, I obviously can't pick it up and put it in the back of my truck. It's a 4-wheel drive truck and it's a little taller. But since I can't do that, once I unload the car, put it in the garage, if I can't find anybody to go, I'll probably just hook up the empty enclosed trailer and take a hand truck. That way I can hand truck the motor up into the trailer and bring it home. So that's really my only option at this point. So here in just a few minutes, I'm gonna unload and do all this, that, and the other. And I'll let you know kind of what I decide upon. Hopefully I can get somebody to go with me so I don't have to pull that thing all the way to Arden empty and then just for one motor. But we'll see what happens, and I'll let you guys know in a few minutes. So what all did we buy at Harbor Freight? I ended up getting the hot dog compressor, got a coupon, good $39.99 special. Got some of the thick nitrile gloves because I look like I've been working on cars for a year after a couple hours with this thing. My hands get stained up. Got a pretty decent set of these snap ring pliers. I need these to put the wheels on this part. The snap ring goes over here after the wheel's already on, so I'll show you in just a second. I've got to figure out how to get this thing up to where I can put the wheels on and get it rolled around. But I got these. I also found out that I had a missing 10 millimeter, like the story of everyone's life, I believe, but I ended up, good grief, it won't come out of here. I really just needed to replace one, but now I've got some backups. So, hello, 10 millimeter. So the first thing, obviously, is to put the wheel. Crap, I forgot the other wheel. So, first thing is obviously to put the wheel on the engine stand, so that way I can move it out of the way and put the car in the garage. Once I get those wheels put on, the air compressor, I need to use it to pump up the slicks that are still in the car. I know, but with that being the case, gotta get the wheel put on first. So if I can find it here in just a second. I don't remember where it moved. It hopped around. There he is. So, all right, I got the wheel. Let's go figure out how to get it all put on and pick it up in just a minute. All right, using a block of wood, I was able to go ahead and just get it up off the ground where I could put the wheel on. So now we've got to move to the back, and I'll show you how those snap rings go on. Okay, so the snap ring was used on the end here to hold the wheel from moving back off, and then there's a washer on the back. It's actually pretty easy. So I've got it over here put in the corner. We're ready to bring in the hatch now, and I guess we'll get to it. So we got to hook up the trailer, obviously, to unload the car. Got some sirens in the background here. So we'll put these equalizer bars on for the trailer itself after the car's unloaded. It shouldn't need much. But here's the problem I'm running into. The slicks leak down, and I'm always in a hurry, so I've got to get better at this, but I've got to get them pumped up. The air compressor that's in here is too much for the generator, so I don't have air in the trailer at the moment. So what I'm going to do is use what's in the garage that we just bought and make this work. So let's pump it up. Welcome back, buddy. Welcome back. Now that we have both of the cars unloaded, I need to go ahead and get everything in the trailer situated. HPT is only open till 3, so since I don't have anybody to help me, the plan is take the trailer. I've got a 2-wheeler hand truck. We'll put the motor up in here, tie it off using some of these E-tracks that I've already got, and come back home. And that way we can unload it easily without anybody else really needing to be a part. So let's rock and roll and pick it up when we get on the road. Yeah, everything being said should be there in about an hour and a half. I need to inquire or pick up a set of engine mounts. Being since I've got a GSR block, I've probably got, well, I know I've got a 3-bolt block mount, like post mount. Depending upon what this engine has, I know I'm going to need something there, especially since the bushing that actually goes in the chassis is tore up. The transmission bushing fell apart, like the whole lower half of it. So I might as well just go ahead and get a set and then make it fit the B20. The comp stage 4 clutch is going in the B20, and after just backing, the hatch out of the trailer, I should be more than, easy enough to put around in, and for Sarah to be able to kind of get relearn or get reused to driving a manual car with a clutch.
So we'll do a little snippet here and there, and we'll pick this video up here in a few. So boys and girls, we've made it. It's about 40 minutes ahead of us here, left to go. Really not a whole lot going on here, so I'm always a little shy to film whenever I go into like a business, so I'm gonna make sure everything's cool before I bring the camera inside. But I want to show you guys around. I've been to HPT Auto Sport once before to pick up the map sensor that's on the EK hatch, and it was a Saturday trip as well. But back then the business hours were only until like noon or something, so I had to do it a lot earlier in the morning. But that guy in particular that I met was really neat to deal with, helpful, but he no longer works there. So I think his name was Logan. But the guy that I've been talking to on the phone today seems helpful. So even though he can't help me load it, as long as he'll get me pointed in the right direction, we'll strap it to the hand truck and we'll be on our way. But Innovative, Hassport seem to be the two options that HPT have listed on their website. So based off of what we need, we'll probably pick up a set of those as well. And we'll keep on driving. So guys, I just got a message from Ricky up at Infamous Motorsports, and transmission is a Mento Pinto and doesn't need anything else. So we're gonna go ahead and proceed with the diff and get that on the way. So hopefully this coming week I'll be able to pick up the new clutch for the EK, the transmission with the new diff, and grab some more of that. A Honda. Actually, I wonder if I need a different. Do you guys know? Leave me a comment if I need a different, not Honda factory manual transmission fluid, but if I need a different thing running the M-Factory diff. Ricky will know. But ultimately, yeah, maybe we can pick that up this week, and it's good news along the way. So this far in the trip, I've been pulling the trailer quite a bit over the last few weeks, and I need to go ahead and stop procrastinating and go ahead and mount up that friction sway bar. I think it's a sway friction bar or something. Anyhow, it's supposed to prevent all this like swaying back and forth, because I mean, I've got a F-150 with a 24-foot enclosed trailer, and even though it's empty, the trailer still weighs like 3,400 pounds. So I've got a generator, an air compressor, a toolbox, so it's probably, let's say, 4,000 pounds. And man, it just, even empty, like every wind gust, every car passing, so we got to get that fixed. But we'll quit rambling, and before you know it, we'll be at HPT. So see you in a few.
Oh, yeah. All these horses in my car got me going fast. I just wanna do the dash, put my pedal to the gas. Going so fast, hope I don't crash. One false move, that could be my last. All these horses in my car got me going fast. I just wanna do the dash, put my pedal to the gas. Going so fast, hope I don't crash. One false move, that could be my last. I just pulled up in the Benz, it was just me and my mans. Fishbowl, no turn, scooping your hoe on her friends. Won't take that bitch to the movies, ain't got no love for the groupies.
I'm just checking on some other parts here, and I'm going to fill out this piece for the motor, and we'll come back here in just a few minutes. So here's the motor.
B20 B8.
With a little bit of help, we got it tied down, so let's go ahead and back out of here and head home.
Well guys, we're loaded back up. Before I go to back out, I wanted to tell you, the block stamped B20 B8, they say they're all imported. They're all guaranteed for 90 days. Not against seals and all that fun stuff, but you know what I'm saying here. So it's guaranteed to work. 500 bucks picked up. Should be a healthy little motor. The intake manifold is not what I anticipated. I was thinking more of like what's on the EK hatch, but it should work. We'll figure that out when we come to it. But still got to pick up mounts. They didn't have anything in stock, so I'll probably have to find some of those online, maybe just order off their website. But all right guys, let's make the trip home, and I appreciate all your support up to this point. The channel is still growing pretty heavily, and putting out content. I hope you enjoy it. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. We've got a lot of different moving pieces here, but ultimately thank you for watching, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Take care.